Grandpa, tell me a story.
Goddamn kids. Take you out trick-or-treating. You eat all that candy and now you want a damn story. Well, fine, you little motherfuckers. It was back in 1695. And Grandpa remembers it. He's walking down the street talking on his cell phone. He was calling up some bitches that had given him his number so that he could go and party with them. When all of a sudden, out of the corner of his eye, he saw something dart in the shadows. Grandpa just thought it maybe was an oversized dog or a black person or like a horse or a raccoon. Grandpa really didn't care. He's just like, there's something over there. Well, he kept walking down the street and he was calling up these bitches so they could go get funky with him. Yeah, get funky, yeah. Grandpa was going to slap that ass and on the floor. Slap it. I need some more. Slap it. You go. Yeah, slap it out on the floor. Slap it. I need some more. Slap it. Anyways. So Grandpa's walking down the street, talking on his cellular phone, and all of a sudden, out of the corner of his eye, a giant shadow lunges at Grandpa. Grandpa did the only thing he could. He pulled out his knife and flipper-flapped it. He flipper-flapped it. He was like, flipper-flap, flipper-flap. Grandpa stabbed your ass. Don't fuck with Grandpa. He will stab you. Grandpa killed that giant wolf thing with this very knife. Cut its head clean off, yeah. And he skinned it and he made a fur coat out of it. It was a nice fur coat, very warm, very comfortable. But the first night Grandpa put that fur coat on and was walking around, he turned into a werewolf. All of a sudden, his animal nature took over and he was walking on all fours, smelling dogs' vaginas and sniffing for candy and wanting to eat cows and whatnot. And so, Grandpa's running around in his werewolf, in his fur coat. And he's a werewolf and he's like, arr, arr. Next day, Grandpa woke up, clothes torn to pieces. Only thing that wasn't hurt was his fur coat. It was good, because Grandpa liked that fur coat. So Grandpa just thought, well, maybe he had sex with a very hot woman, and it got a little rough. Grandpa likes a little rough, you know, just a little bit of this, and a little bit of yeah. And a little bit of this, a little bit of this, oh yeah. A little bit of this, and a little bit of yeah. But anyways. So the next night, Grandpa wore his fur coat out again, thinking he would get lucky. And the same thing happened. Turned into a were-beastie majugger in the middle of a crowded bar. And they were like, oh, Grandpa, you're turning into a were-beastie. And they're like, I don't know what's going on. But the bartender bought him a drink, and the next thing you know, he was everybody's friend, and they shaved him, and he was a giant naked were-beastie just walking around. And the next morning, Grandpa woke up, and all the fur was gone off his coat, and Grandpa was like, where did the fur go? And so he went to American Eagle, and he got himself a cool leather jacket and a motorcycle. And he stabbed James Dean in the face. And stole his part in Americans Die Young. And made love to Martin Brando. Yeah, that fat motherfucker really liked it from behind. And the next thing you know, Grandpa was living in Hollywood, California. Making movies, dating movie stars, having affairs with Marilyn Monroe and Hugh Hefner. And that's how Grandpa conquered the candy industry and invented the Three Musketeers. What? The bastard Grandpa's gonna slit your goddamn throats if you don't go to bed.